approaches to strategy. Strategy of an organization is the roadmap towards attainment of its long-term goals and objectives. Every firm differs from all the others in terms of its competencies. The distinctive competence of an organization is what it does well, uniquely, or better than its rivals. Strategies can be either deliberate or emergent. Those plans or aspects of plans which are actually realized are called deliberate strategies, while those which develop out of patterns of behavior are known as emergent strategies. In this lesson, we cover various approaches to strategy. It follows from the previous slide that after studying this lesson, you should be able to Porter's 5 forces model, generic strategies, Hamill and Prahlad, and the concept of strategic intent, consumer-oriented, competition-oriented, and resource-based strategies. Michael Porter provided a framework that models an industry as being influenced by 5 forces. The strategic business manager seeking to develop an edge over rival firms can use this model to better understand the industry context in which the firm operates. According to Porter, the 5 key factors that influence industry performance are competitive rivalry, power of suppliers, power of buyers, threats of substitutes, and threats of new entrants. Porter argues that the stronger each of these forces are, the more limited is the ability of established companies to raise prices and earn greater profits. With Porter's framework, a strong competitive force can be regarded as a threat because it depresses profits. A weak competitive force can be viewed as an opportunity because it allows a company to earn greater profits. The strength of the 5 forces may change with time as industry conditions change. There are certain generic strategies also as regards the strategy development. Professor Porter argued that the 3 basic strategies open to any business are cost leadership, differentiation, and focus. Each of these generic strategies has the potential to overcome the 5 forces of competition and allow the firm to outperform rivals within the same industry. These are called generic because they can be used in a variety of situations across diverse industries at various stages of development. Cost leadership is a strategy whereby a firm aims to deliver its product or service at a price lower than that of its competitors. Overall, cost leadership is achieved by the firm by maintaining the lowest costs of production and distribution within an industry and offering no-frills products. This strategy requires economies of scale in production and close attention to efficiency and operating costs. Differentiation consists of offering a product or service that is perceived as unique or distinctive by the customer. This allows firms to command a premium price or to retain buyer loyalty because customers will pay more for what they regard as a better product. Products can be differentiated on the basis of superior quality, special or unique features, more responsive customer service, new technologies, and dealer network. Coca-Cola differentiates by building a widely recognized brand. McDonald's is differentiated by its brand name and its Big Mac and Ronald McDonald products and imagery. A focus strategy occurs when a firm focuses on a specific niche in the marketplace and develops its competitive advantage by offering products especially developed for that niche. It targets a specific consumer group, for example, teenagers, babies, old people, etc., or a specific geographic market like urban areas, rural areas, etc. Boston Consulting Group is a consulting company which developed this growth share matrix to evaluate the position of business units on the basis of market growth rate and relative market share. Annual rate of sales growth in an industry is the market growth rate and is shown on the vertical axis. Based on BCG approach, the organization can classify its strategic business units into 4 categories of businesses. The question marks, also called problem children, stars, cash cows, and dogs. There are 4 main approaches to allocating resources to different types of strategic business units: invest heavily, maintain or hold, build selectively and harvest, divest or eliminate. Prahlad and Hamill coined the term strategic intent. It means an ambitious goal of a firm to acquire a desired leadership position. A company exhibits strategic intent when it relentlessly pursues an ambitious goal and concentrates its full resources and actions on achieving that goal. Examples of strategic intent are becoming a dominant company in the industry, beating the existing industry leader, offering the best customer service that no one can surpass, etc. According to some authors, an explicit structuring of a hierarchy of strategic intent has important implications for strategic management. Firstly, it serves as a character of the aims an organization plans to achieve. Secondly, it helps in laying down the aims of different subsystems within an organization. Thirdly, it is a powerful means of communicating the organizational intent down the line. Finally, it ensures the creation of result-oriented organizational systems set to attain the mission and realize the vision of the organization. However, the concept of strategic intent is not limited to mission, vision, and objectives alone. It appears to encompass the whole process of strategy formulation and implementation. As Prahlad and Hamill observed, strategic intent is more than simply an unfettered ambition. Consumers buy the organization's products or receive its services, and in this way realize the value that the company has added to its activities. The purpose of an enterprise is to create and keep a consumer. Consumer-driven strategy is important because it delivers the objectives of the organization and helps increase consumer loyalty. Consumer-driven strategy can therefore be expected to enhance company profitability and increase consumer satisfaction, which are the vital components of strategy. Competition means rivalry between two or more parties to achieve a similar goal. The degree of competition in an industry is influenced by a number of forces. Each industry's attractiveness or profitability potential is a direct function of the interactions of various environmental forces that determine the nature of competition. The strongest competitive forces determine the profitability of an industry. So competition-oriented strategy analysis is of crucial importance in the success of any company. Resource-based approach to strategy formulation emphasizes the role of internal factors, specifically the firm's resources and capabilities, in driving the strategic direction of the firm and providing the primary source of profit. Resource-based strategy as an approach concentrates on the individuality of each firm, important differences between each firm and its competitors. Now let us check if we have understood the various concepts discussed in the lesson clearly. Competition can be defined as rivalry between two or more parties to achieve individual goals. Right or wrong? Wrong. Strategic group is a group where competitors are following similar strategies. Right or wrong? Right. Strategic intent is a statement of the direction in which a firm intends to develop. Right or wrong? Right. Before we end, let us briefly revise what we have studied till so far. The nature and degree of competition in an industry hinge on 5 forces, that is, the threat of new entrants, the bargaining power of customers, the bargaining power of suppliers, the threat of substitute products or services, and the jockeying among current contestants. To establish a strategic agenda for dealing with these contending currents and to grow despite them, a company must understand how they work in its industry and how they affect the company in its particular situation. Generic strategies were used initially in the early 1980s and seem to be even more popular today. They outline the 3 main strategic options open to organizations that wish to achieve a sustainable competitive advantage. The achievement of any of the business objectives is dependent on the strengths and weaknesses of an organization. At different times and conditions, corporates have to formulate strategies on the basis of different orientations.